Hello and welcome, this is Oshi and this is going to be a quick, no, why do I always say that? Just a first impression walkthrough of the deck Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, which was a gift from a friend, so thank you so much for, gifting me with this deck. I was thinking about picking this one up because I kind of like the Art Nouveau style, but I decided against it at some point because it just felt like I might not be able to really connect to it. But then when I was offered this deck, I was like, but I think I want to see it for myself, because with some decks, you just don't know until you have it in your hand. So it comes in a really nice US Games 2-piece box with a lot of gold gilding or embellishment. I don't even know how you call it, but yeah, hopefully you can see it how it's blingy. I like the colors. This is the back if you care for it. It's from 17, which was not yesterday. Dark green inside. There's a little white book, not even that little actually, and I appreciate the way it's written. You can easily read it. The font is nice, the spacing is good. There's an upright reversed correspondence, astrological correspondence, and then let's see. Oh, there are extra cards. The minors, which is just keywords for them, but I think it's enough. And no spreads, if I'm correct. So Matthew, how do you say it? Matthew Hughes? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the artist, pre-Raphaelite movement. Okay, I'm not knowledgeable about art, but I know what this Art Nouveau in general is. It's an 80 card deck, so there's 24 major arcana with 2 new ones, which is very interesting. So I will keep it out and we will check the meanings of the new ones. So for some reason, and because I know that my friend is very careful with her decks, this one has a slight bow already in it. Don't know if it picks up. I don't think it picks up, but it's just a bit twisted. These two parts are more upright than the other one. I don't know why. I need to try to find a way to fix it. Maybe I won't be able to. But it's not a very good cardstock, I feel. It's a very interesting one. It can be good, but it feels like just too cardboardy. But I don't know if you guys have the deck. What do you think about the cardstock? Is it a normal one and I just feel it because maybe the coating is different? I don't know, let me know. I really like the colors of the back. Guess why? Guess why do I like this back? Amazing. And there's yes, game copyright if you're on both sides, so it can be fully reversible. If I don't mind that, it doesn't bother me. So this is the full. Look at that bling. So yeah, it has borders, but it's part of the artwork, so it's not like anybody would actually really think about trimming the deck. I mean, I think you might be able to do that if it's too big, just take off a little from the sides, but it's a bit bigger and wider than a regular sized tarot deck. This is the Oak Ash and Thorn, which is so beautiful. The back is beautiful as well. So just it's something to know. But I have small hands and I can still hold it, so I mean, yeah, I can hold it, so it's not a problem yet. So what I mean to say is that I don't think I will mess with it. So the Fool, it's quite traditional but still modern, and I really like the umbrella. I will try not to spend too much time on each cards because this is just the first impression. Like I said, unfortunately, I can't really offer such an insight or in-depth information on the cards yet. Hopefully, I will have more to say when the 6 months in comes up. So the Magician, we have everything we need. We have beautiful flowers. I'm assuming that they are all pretty people, you know, in classically beautiful people in the deck. I kind of like this High Priestess. I like the, you're not gonna fuck with me expression on her face. I like that because, yeah, you can't really fuck with the High Priestess. Empress with more flowers. A lot of bling bling. And it's not, you know, it's stamped in, so it's there are it's this part with the gold is lower than the rest of the card, which gives a little three-dimensional feeling to the card, and I really like that one. And we have, you know, pomegranate, and yeah, what the other one is as well. I thought because of the yellow that it's a lemon, but no. Ooh, I like her dress. So you have everything you need, I think, symbology-wise. I mean, the big symbols are all here. Look at the beard. How do you not just, you know, do this when these cards are in your head? Hierophant. Traditional, and no one is kneeling in front of them. Lovers. She has a really pretty dress. This deck kind of have that innocence. I mean, a feeling of innocence to it. I mean, these lovers especially. Which I don't mind at all. Sometimes you want the gentle, more gentle and... how to say that? Slower, but in a good way energy. If you know what I mean. Because look at that, the Chariot, but it still has that grace. That's what I was looking for. I think this deck or art style has softness and naivete and grace. Which will probably, you know, it could be that it's completely different, but that's what it gives me, that impression. I like this one. No nipples on the boobs, so. Which is like, if you put out, you know, breast, naked breast, or, you know, then if someone is topless, then the nipples should be there because it just looks weird. The expression of the lion is like, dude. Hermit with a very crisp white tissue robe. Ooh, I like the skull here. They're one of my favorite cards. When I was looking through this deck, you know, previous walkthroughs, I liked this Wheel of Fortune, that an unseeable, unknowable force is holding the wheel. Injustice, who is blind and you can actually see her eyes. Like that one. Oh, and there's only one leg for the owl. Huh. Does it mean anything? Is that, you know, significant? If you know, comment down below because I'm curious. Hangman. Definitely with the more of like, I'm here because I choose to be here. Death, with actually, you know, written out. Death. I was just checking where the numbers were, but it's here. Yeah, I don't mind. Temperance. Oh, the rising sun. Devil, again, very traditional. blingy. Tower as well. Even though, interestingly, this person is wearing a mask, which is very cool. And the tower doesn't seem shaken at all. Huh. That's you. Okay, at least she has nipples. Thank you. The moon. I like the blue. I like the color palette in general. The softness. Sun. Ooh. Sorry. I will stop. Yeah, no naked baby, but she has to be topless because, you know, women always have to be topless in freaking paintings for some reason. Okay, judgment. Doesn't the angel's face is like, do I have to deal with this shit? Oh, but there are skulls in the flowers here, which is really cool. I really appreciate the cheeky facial expressions. I don't know, you know, if they are what I see them, but for me it's an extra fun stuff. Okay, so we have the word, which is, you know, traditionally is the last one, but then we have 22, the well, with pendulum, and yeah, the well. Let's see. The well is the astrological correspondence is Gaia. The well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration, and transformation. All things are birthed from this creatrix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. A bright, nurturing opportunity in nature or creativity. Isn't it like the Empress, though? Reverse, destruction, endings, and cold and stagnant. And then we have the artist. Naked, interestingly. Oh, it's one of those. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, Ophiuchus, the astrological correspondence. For sure, you don't say it like that. But that's why I'm holding up the book so you can read it. The artist is the vessel of creation. This card signifies mankind and shows when you need to open to the knowledge that is available if you stop and set aside the distraction of the human condition and listen. Okay, so it's more of like a muse state than the artist in the flow state. Upright is visionary, interpreter, creation, and passionate, which is for me the King of Wands. Reverse, unstable, judgmental, and restless, and greedy. Not sure if I'm going to keep them in, to be honest. Because it doesn't feel like that new energy for me the way that I read the cards. But, you know, to each of their own. I appreciate the extra cards. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I said I'm gonna stop, but I just lied. How do you not do this? Honestly. Two of Pentacles. And I'm assuming it's really hard to photograph because you want to, you know, get that glimmer in it because otherwise it's just too dark. Yeah, she's the typical one. The Three of Pentacles. At least there are age differences, which is cool. 4. For a second I thought that there's another face here, a really grumpy one. Which kind of, you know, matched the style of the card. The 5, a very traditional one. Even though the solution is not in sight, as how it's in the, you know, typical ones. Or, you know, maybe that's the flower, but that's not usually what you look for in this card. 6 of Pentacles. Interesting. The way they look at each other. 7 of Pentacles. The 8. Working in the middle of nowhere. Just, you know, with your tools and no actual, like, place where you heat up the metal and stuff. Okay, I'm just picking on things. Ooh, there's a lot of nice grapes. For the 9 of Pentacles. I kind of like that this is a solid foundation as well. And the 10. Another deck where it's not necessarily, you know, romantic. It's more of like the family, the legacy, generational. Page of Pentacles. Wondering if how does a pentacle work? The Knight. Going to the left. Why? I want to know why is it always going to the left these days. We have the horse here. The Queen. I mean, there's not a lot that I can say. I think you have to know the main basic meanings for these cards. You have to learn them, but you have a very good guidebook with a lot of keywords. You can, you know, start learning with it. So if it's something in our style that you really dig, that you really connect to, I think it can be a good starter deck even. Because you have everything you need in a basic deck. You know, with the usual symbology that you can, if you learn it, you know, you learn the meanings, you will be able to branch out. Very interesting coating on these cards. 3 of Swords. The 4 with a very pale Knight. Interesting. I mean, even paler than the usual ones. Does it look like a skull, you know, a distorted one with the teeth, or, you know, like a mouth and the nose and the eyes? Kind of looks like it to me. 5 of Swords. The 6. I was curious what the difference between the 7 and the 5. 6. 7 is definitely more of the sneaky, let's get away from here. But I want to check what the 5 is saying, because I read it as a selfish card. But I know that's not necessarily how other people read it. Yeah, okay. Selfishness, tension, betrayal, entitlement. Do you get selfishness from this one? I mean, I get bored and entitled maybe, but not necessarily selfish one. Okay, the 7, 8, another typical one. That can be very uncomfortable to be in this position for too long. Which is a good one for this card. Okay, 9 of Swords with a lot of scary thing. And the 10, no blood. The Page. I like the flowy fabrics, which is so typical. We have a Knight of Swords. Interesting, but good posture for the Knight. The Queen, who has her hand on the sword, but she can just, you know, grab it if she needs to. Oh, interesting one. Okay, so because that's what keeps the cape at place, so it's not part of the sword. Because for a second I was like, what is this? But it's just that the way it's holding on to the handle of the knight. I don't know the exact correct English term for it, but maybe it's, you know, bent. I like this purple. Who guessed it? This is my favorite kind of lilac-y, you know, cool tone purple. Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups, different cups. 3. Typical 4. I mean, they are good now. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. 5. Just that I don't really have anything to add. That's nice. With the 6. Oh, 7 of Cups. Interesting. Because there's no real face, just a mask, and then there's options, and then and it's not a dragon, so let's not go there. It's more like a alligator, or a dinosaur-headed alligator. 8 of Cups. I like it that, you know, it's just down with it, but still taking a second to catch their breath before they are starting to moving away from the hardness, because it can be hard. 9. Very confident and complete. No, the other one, content. 10 of Cups. Oh, we have the rainbow. The Page. Oh, look, there's a fish in my cup. The Knight of Cups without, I mean, there's a horse, but not really moving. But at least it's facing future. Thank you. Ooh, I like the Queen of Cups because she's really green. That's really cool. Hello there, King of Cups. And then the last one is the Ace of Wands. The 2. When you know, get up in the morning, you get your coffee and you walk out to the terrace to look around. Is he flashing everything? I'm sorry. But would you actually start the journey barefoot and just with one freaking piece of fabric? Come on now. I know, it's just the art. 4 of Wands, okay, without people. Interesting. 5. Are they practicing or are they actually arguing? The 6 with the chiseled jaw. Ooh, with the pretty horse. He's like, dude, kiss my ass, I'm the winner. 7 of Wands, yes. 8 of Wands, even more typical. Oh, look at that sad face. 10. Good. It's more on the responsibility side of the card, which I like. The Page of Wands. I like the pages in this deck. Thank you for sitting on an actual horse and being all fiery. I appreciate that. I need that in a Knight of Wands, you know, that fire, that passion, that let's go energy. The Queen is very pretty and elegant and has a cat, because you need a cat. And then we have the King with a golden lizard. Okay, so yeah, these are the cards. Like I said, this is just a quick walkthrough of them. And let's pull a few cards to see how they look on the table. Let's get another one. Four of Pentacles and then Eight of Cups. So this is how they look in a 3-card spread. I think they look really nice. I mean, the borders, the way they are actually put together, it looks like art pieces, which they are. You know, all the tarot decks are pretty much art pieces. So it looks really nice. I appreciate how they look. I'm quite curious how I will read with them, because it's not a deck or art style that I would necessarily feel attracted to, or, you know, gravitate towards. That was what I wanted to say. But especially because it was a gift, I can't wait to use it. So yeah, okay. Everything is in the description, where you can find me, how you can support this channel if you think that what I'm doing is you know, worth supporting, which I am very, very helpful and grateful if you do that. You can get a reading from me. That's also down below. Like, subscribe, comment, please engage with me, because that's always fun. And see you in the next one. Bye.